Yeah, hey, g'day Daryl. Mel here. Hey, look, just getting some items ready. Will's pouring the slab on Monday, and then we'll be into structural steel and wall heights and all that. And I've modelled up sort of all the beams and the gutter just to make sure everything's going to work with the floor. And everything's looking pretty good, mate, to be honest. The steel beams are all pretty much just set to just above the underside of the ceiling height. The only thing I just wanted to run past you was, um, say for instance, a typical detail would be like this, right? You've got your flooring, you've got your 290 joists, your boundary joists, your joists running that way. You've got the steel beam, the biggest member being 198 high, and then you've got your ceiling in there, 13 mil, which will give you a 2.4 ceiling height from the floor below. The what I wanted to run past you was this is quite difficult in terms of getting the steel beam bang on level. I mean, they will be, level, but they might be a little bit up and down. But it doesn't really give us a lot of tolerance, other than notching out the joist, sitting it over the steel. What we would like to do is, in this case, is bolt a bottom plate continuous member over the width of the steel, 45 mil high, of course, and then we sit the joists on top of that, and that just gives us a bit of tolerance to sort of pack so we're fixing timber to timber from the joist to the timber continuous plate, which is well bolted to the steel. Um, just wanting to know, and obviously we can't do that because we can't punch any higher and we can't drop the steel any lower. So what I'm proposing is if we did bolt a continuous member along the top of all the steel, would we be able to drop down in size from a 290 by 45 standard joist to a 240 by 45 high span? It'll happen in this area where the joists come out to the steel beam, and along this area, and along that section there, because obviously the steel that's running in the same direction we're not going to have an issue with. It's merely where the joists come to the end of the steel. So just let us know if, yeah, bolting a continuous plate down first, that, and then obviously changing to a 240 joist, 240 by 45 high span. Yeah, not a lot of joists, and I think even having so cost wise, it's not that much. Not that much. We're dropping down a size, but then we're going to high span. But I do think Chi would probably get a much sturdier floor too. Let us know what you think. I'd really like to get an answer on the weekend so I can finish sort of the heights for Will, so he knows kind of the wall heights, and the steel height's pretty much a given. But yeah, it would be quite cool to know. Let us know what you think. Cheers, Daryl.